Okay, guys, we have visited the Bautista Hospital, the military hospital, and the Vivian Pelas Hospital. Hi, Gislaine. So I just finished doing a video. You sat next to me about our hospital care and our feeling about the hospitals. So you have gone to 2 hospitals. I have gone to one. You have had also medical care here at the emergency room in the community. And so I want to kind of get your take, what your thoughts was about the 3 hospitals. I went to the military, you went to Vivian, and you went to, what was the other one?
Bautista.
Bautista. Yeah, I was calling it baptismal and it's something else. So I made an error. Go ahead, give us your view.
Well, actually, even though I've only been personal user and stayed the night at Bautista, you were calling it Bustamante.
There you go.
Okay,
Hey.
sorry. Just had to run that in.
I only did it 3 times, so, it doesn't matter.
It sounds like we're having a champagne instead. But anyways.
Yeah, it was good champagne.
Okay, so I've stayed myself and used the services and the doctor at Bautista and Vivian Pelas. But and Paul has been at Vivian Pelas and Hospital Militar, but we've both obviously have seen all 3 in the spectrum of either a user or someone who stayed the night and as a guest,
Spouse or guest, right.
or whatnot. So we both see it in our own different ways. I had the unfortunate time to have to be at Vivian Pelas. Shit, you got me started.
Oh, no, it's my fault.
Recently,
Hey, guys,
and-
don't we always hear that it's always the guy's fault, never that the lady makes a mistake? Okay, we'll do that for the next video.
So,
Wow, I can't find a flaw in his logic.
so I had to experience the emergency at Vivian Pelas, which was great. They just brought me in. Good thing that Paul was there and another friend was there and they were able to do the check-in while they were seeing me and whatnot. Very, very U.S. Canadian standards. Very clean, spacious. You wouldn't know you're in Central American third world country. So the nurses were great. My stay was good at Vivian Pelas. But like Paul mentioned, when we compare all 3 hospitals, which this is the reason and the purpose for this video, correct?
Yeah.
Is that we're giving you our own personal experience because we have been asked a lot from different people, what is the medical care like? And we felt like now that we've experienced 3 major hospitals, they're not the little hospitals, they're 3 major, very popular hospitals in Nicaragua. And they all happen to be in Managua, by
Correct.
the way.
Yeah.
Even though we don't live in Managua, most of us expats, when we need, how would you call it?
Medical care or what?
Well, because small little clinics. I mean, I went to a clinic here when I had to have stitches on my
Well, right, because if you have an emergency and you can't, they have to get you ready so that you can travel down to Managua. Okay,
Yeah.
so they do the prep and they stop whatever bleeding, whatever not, so that you can travel. But the times that we had to go to Vivian or to Militar or Bautista, we didn't have to do that. We just went in the car early in the morning and got our services, right?
Correct.
Right.
Yeah. So that might be also the different quandary.
That is a very different quandary, because if you need an emergency, I mean, why would you go anywhere but go as close as possible? I mean, like the little one-room emergency room here gave us superb care.
Right.
You know, both to you as well as to your brother. And your brother, we took him to Masaya because it was not critical, and he could do it there. So again, I think for us, it comes down to where are you in the stage of quote unquote emergency in life. The other one
What's
is
the situation scenario?
what's situation scenario? Do you have somebody driving, or you're driving yourself, which you wanted to do, and you could hardly drive? No comment to that. And so I would say, you know, figure out what you feel, how you feel, and do you like it? I mean, you know.
Again, it all comes down to the extreme of the emergency.
Right, but also your expectations.
So, what the very, very first time, was that me going to Bautista?
Yeah.
That was the first.
Yeah.
No, our very, very first was actually my eye, the stitches I had in my eye. 2017.
Yeah, that was down here in this clinic.
Correct. So, but a hospital was actually Bautista. It was just 2019. And like Paul mentioned earlier on his own version of it, it was already planned. We met with the surgeon at his office, private office in Managua, and he said, listen, I can get you here or here, 2 hospitals.
Mm-hmm.
Military was not one of them.
No.
And most of surgeons actually, or doctors, can
Practice in either
at either Bautista or Vivian Pellas.
Mm-hmm.
Military hospital actually has their own personnel, which that's something also that you have to consider.
Right.
But they're all great. They all have great doctors and great surgeons. Again, Paul had a wonderful experience at the military hospital,
Mm-hmm.
and he couldn't go off anymore than he did of how great the service, how content he was with the surgeon, the nurse, the assistant doctor, and everything else. The room was great.
Mm-hmm.
Cleanliness, service, hospitality.
But I'll add, as you talk about that, I also got the same check up from Vivian, because I was supposed to go to Vivian and for the same operation. And number one, the reason I went to the military, one was cost, significant difference in cost, but I also felt the interaction between staff at Vivian vis-a-vis the military hospital staff. I'm talking about the whole organization, how they interact with you.
From the beginning to the end.
From beginning, well, to the end, I wasn't there yet. But from the beginning, that I felt that I was part of the process. I could interact with the doctor. The doctor was reachable, was, you know, interacted, the nurses. I felt that I had a part in this deal. I mean, they were going to freaking operate towards my heart. So I chose military, and it was really not so much about the price, but I felt that I had a connection to the doctor, and the doctor probably goes, oh, the hell with you. But what I meant was he was a very amicable guy. You remember.
Yeah,
I mean, he was very amicable, and he made you feel at ease. The other one, at Vivian, and again, every doctor, every personality in any type of business, we're all different, right? I mean, people like, we're all in real estate. I mean, we don't get all the deals. I wish we did, but because sometimes people say, you are not the type of a person we want to deal with. And that's how I felt with the interaction at Vivian. Mm-hmm. And I'm not putting down the organization. No. It is, all I'm saying is, I felt more relatable to what they were offering at the military. And I got it.
Personal experience.
Yeah, and I got a better deal.
Yeah, and again, I think now that, yes, I looked at their detailed sheet of costs.
At Vivian, you're talking.
At Vivian, yeah. After my stay there. And as Paul mentioned on his previous comments, the monthly might be lower, but the actual cost of the actual surgeries or course of events may be less at Bautista or Militar. But again, it is all up to you, your comfortable level, what your needs are for that emergency, and if you cannot waste 15 extra minutes.
Oh, we will probably go to Vivian too.
Palace, right.
Oh, heck yeah. I mean, I'm not going to sit in the car and die because I don't want to stop at Vivian. Nobody's saying that.
So the purpose of this video is just to tell you, if it's not an extreme emergency, and we can afford that extra 10-15 minutes to drive to choose which hospital, then Paul and I both came down to the decision that Hospital Militaire in Managua is probably our best.
It's our go-to hospital for now.
Yeah. And again, we're not knocking any hospitals. They're all great. But for us to invest on a monthly basis for the discount program, there's no such thing as full coverage insurance. It doesn't exist in this country. If anyone tells you, it does not exist. Now, are you able to use your insurance from out of the country? We don't know.
Yes, you can. But again,
we don't know if that fully
no,
how it works.
Right. And we don't have it. We didn't want it because the insurance in the U.S. is too bloody expensive.
Right.
So, guys and gals, I hope this was informative. You want to ask us some private questions about our stay there or other general information, drop us a note. And just so that you know, there's some very good clinics on and around Masaya. There's also a new hospital coming up in León. That supposedly León is going to be one of the largest Central American hospital. You have Chinandega that just opened up. So we got hospitals galore. Use it into your local community and you will be as surprised as we are in the one-room community emergency clinic that we have gone now twice for emergencies. And the surgery level and experience level is out of this world. And I'm talking from experience. Okay, take care. Leave us your comments. We look forward to it.
I have one last comment. Sorry.
Of course, you want to end the video.
Sorry. For my most recent visit at the hospital Vivian Palace, the cost significantly, because I had a lot of downtime, believe it or not, at the hospital. I messaged a lot of my friends back in the U.S. and apparently several of them had some similar issues or
medical issues, yeah.
Yeah, and they said that their cost was significantly higher in the U.S. I don't know what in Europe what they said to you about the cost, but so again, a lot of people ask, how's the medical here? It's good. You don't necessarily have to have medical discount, but it helps especially if you're getting a certain age group. A lot of us that live in communities, if it's minor stuff, you don't need that service. But as you get into a certain age group, then yeah, it would be
my age group. She's saying about shit. That's what I said.
A good idea. Well, no, even mine. I mean, I'm getting there. I mean, I may look young, but.
Okay, I better be careful. I'll answer that before the phone falls on my hand.
All right, so you got our take on it. Again, it's not anything knocking anyone in particular. They're all great locations. Hospitals is just what your needs are in the type of emergency. So again, hope
guys,
you enjoyed this video, and if you have any personal, more detailed questions, and let us know, and then we can go from there. Right, Paul?
Okay, yes, we'll do it. Take care, y'all. Bye-bye.